Hello and welcome to Unturned, I think it's 14? Yeah, it should be 14. Uploaded 2 videos today, so I'm good. I'm still around the military base. I did go into my tutorial and drop off 2 things. I dropped off the sandbags and the maple strike, just because I didn't want to carry those around. Pretty much the only thing since I stopped recording was I ate a bunch of berries, went through a hallucinogenic rage, and ran around the base for a bit. Because there's tons of berry bushes on this side, so yeah. So you can consider it like me just eating a bunch of random berries, going on a hallucinogenic run through the woods behind a military base, and then passing out at some point in the middle of the night. Regardless, it was quite funny. Okay, I was about to say, I shouldn't be stealth walking, but I felt like I was being a little slow. Now, there is one thing I'm going to do is, I think it's this skill, actually. Immunity. I'm almost able to do that, so I really kind of want that just for the extra health, because I think it gives you extra health. It might or might not. I'm not sure. How many rounds do I have left in this? 3. That's pretty poor. Though the good news is I have a couple extra, what is it, boxes of ammo. This water looks very colorless right now. Really, the only difference between high settings and low settings is it's just too minimal to actually justify the extra lag. This game is actually pretty well optimized for lower settings. It runs just fine, but when you start adding a couple things, like specifically the lighting effect, it adds just an absurd amount of lag for no reason, and this is a very low requirement game, and it has nowhere near it doesn't require anywhere near the resources that Minecraft requires, or at least the modded Minecraft. And it's still a little bit less than normal Minecraft regardless. Now, I do know that there's quite a few zombies on this island. I've actually never been to this island. I've only been to, I think, 3 of the 5 islands. I've been to the Bunker Island, I've been to the Helicopter Island, and the Achievement Island. There we go. This is a pretty small island, I know that. It's a militia ground, so there's sometimes decent loot here. I say sometimes pretty loosely. Okay. I'm glad I didn't go running up to him then. And I'll quickly refill that. That, NATO and some military rounds. It takes 2. And that's one of the reasons I actually figured out that it actually can be refilled. I was just being an idiot. By the way, if you notice that you can actually see in the scope, and if I were to shoot now, I could actually hit him in the head. So that side scope is actually still kind of useful. I just want to know what this is. Oh. Okay, so this is the ninja clothing, which I hear is actually pretty good, especially for like night ops. I'm just gonna drop these. I don't really need the purification tablets. Actually, I know this is gonna take off my military one. I don't know if this, however, will take off the helmet. Yeah, it takes off the helmet, and I kind of like the helmet just because it does, I think, give you armor. I'll keep that for right now. I'm gonna use this for PvP. Okay, nails. Okay. Just make sure there's nothing there. I see some shot shells here, and what's that? I can't take another map. Let's see. It's already got a scope. That doesn't need a scope. That doesn't have a scope at all. Hallucinogenic berries. I probably don't want those. And I probably don't need a bandage right now. Main reason I'm taking these is because I can actually make arrows out of them. And that's pretty much everything for this area. Yeah, it's probably just best to luckily they're quite dumb and can't understand that they're being shot at. Yeah, I probably should check my time. Okay. I have to use my watch to maintain my time, otherwise I have no clue what how long I've been recording. Okay, yellow glow stick. I guess it's chem light, really. Yeah, chem light. In a sense, it's a glow stick. And that's pretty much everything here. Now, I want to go there. Always check docks because sometimes they have decent equipment on them. I'm actually hoping for an Alice backpack, but I highly doubt I'll get one. Sandcastle. Useless things. I guess it's just a light. And we're off. Okay, I can already see where we're going. I'm pretty sure that's the area I need to go to. And I'm hoping I'm not just swimming back to the military base, but I shouldn't be. I've always, when I was swimming up to these, both the military base and the airport look very similar from the outside. Well, I can already tell you that that is the airport because it's got 2 hangars. Yeah, I know this is kind of a boring walk or swim, I guess, but there's not much I can do about it. It'd be funny if they added sharks and stuff like that into the water. It'd be very uncomfortable and unsettling to actually swim, but then they have to implement like some sort of way to defend yourself. Like melee can be used. Something to that effect. Personally, I'm not sure what I should do with my tutorial world. Should I just turn that into a tutorial thing for my Let's Play, or should I just use that as a base that I can return to, or whatever? I'm not sure. Okay, I do know that there's zombie spawns that usually are somewhere over here. I've actually never been to that airbase. It's another thing I haven't been to. I'm trying to explore every zone. And there's the entrance. I think I might not have to shoot that guy. We'll see. And if I follow this, I'm going to attract his attention. I don't want that. I do believe that's another one that's in front of me, and he will likely become an issue. And I've noticed that if you stand up and sit back down, they don't seem to notice you as much as I would expect, because if you get up, usually you're more visible. And I just need to keep an eye on him. I think there's one that's supposed to be directly against this wall. I heard some sort of growling. Now, this was supposed to be like an evacuation area. It didn't go so well, as they rarely do. I actually like this gun. And the main reason I got rid of the Maple Strike was just because it's heavy and I'm not going to be using it. The only difference between this gun that I currently am using and the Maple Strike is this one weighs about a pound less and has, I mean, that's pretty much it. It weighs a pound less and doesn't have full auto, but I don't use full auto to begin with, so. Okay, that's military grade, what is it? Bandaging. Civ loot spawns in that tower. I'm not really too interested in it. I'm kind of interested in the military grade stuff here. Man, I'm getting pretty good with the experience. I'm tempted to not get that in, what is it? In fact, I actually might go for the full survival, just because I could. Oh, that scared me. Oh. I jumped and I spun my mouse around. I wasn't expecting him. Hi. Oh, my heart's racing. That's always a good sign. Always a good sign in these zombie survival. So I didn't actually expect him to be there. I'm just gonna snipe him. Always take your corners easy. Especially in this game, where corners are a little bit more important. Now, these hangars have military grade loot and civilian grade loot, so it doesn't hurt to take a look. And zombies do spawn in them. I'm gonna need to get rid of him anyway. Nothing of importance here. Looks like there might be some ammo over there. I'll have to take a look. And I think that's military grade ammo. Yep, military bullets. A lever action, which wouldn't hurt. I can just scroll down. Speaking of which, actually, I had completely forgotten that I had a scope for this. Red dot. I like the red dot for that. And I'm just going to unload this. It's got 3 rounds of buckshot. Right click and it'll just unload it all. And that is a stick. I'm going to take that. And I'm going to create some arrows. Crafting 1 stick plus 1 nail equals 3 arrows. Craft those. And now I can actually start using this compound bow. Now, this compound bow is actually better than I thought. In fact, it is a one-shot to anything living or dead, as long as you hit them in the head. You still have to right-click to get it to bring it up the scope and to draw it back, but it's still better. Reload. I like it because it has a quicker reload time than the crossbow. Main selling point for me because I need it. There we go. What's this? Adrenaline. Don't really need it. That looks like a slug. Yeah. Slugs are good for long-range shotgunning. I personally don't have a use for it. And buckshot, which is good for overall shooting things. Overall, I like the bow a little bit better than this sniper, just because the bow has more replenishable ammo. But right now, I need water and food, and I don't have much of any of that. Let's see how far it brings me down. At 40, and I should have 20 left. I guess it only restores 15. I was hoping for some food around here, but I guess they don't have it. Overall, the bow is probably better for most situations other than getting caught and being surrounded by a horde. Then it's not very helpful at all. That Corton Island I know has an achievement for it, but I don't need it. So I'm actually going to skip it. Right now I only have 5 shots left. I should be safe enough to actually walk around and hopefully gather some berries. In fact, I probably should have saved one of those berries just so I can see a little bit easier. And I know it's dark, I can't really do anything about it. I hear some loot spawns outside the, what is it, the airport? I don't know how close it is to the outside that it spawns, but I'll find out sooner or later. I'm tempted to steal that. Oh. How do you notice me? Yeah, one-on-one, that bow's just... It's just superior to anything that they can do. I even misclicked. But too bad I don't have any more arrows. I'll find more. Okay, any berries, berries, berries? Ah, pale berries. Now, this is what I'm talking about. It makes it very easy to actually see things at night. And if you can deal with the almost, I guess, it's just really wobbly and difficult to see everything. But, yeah, usually I just switch out my 4 just so I can use the 4 for a berry consuming thing. Now green was fine. This actually lasts 5 minutes. Okay, that was a deer. Ooh, actually I probably should have killed him. I could have eaten him. Okay, I see a zombie up there, a couple zombies actually. And now it's dark again. But yeah, that's the benefit of actually eating those, it's the pale and blue that have no other side effect other than the hallucination. And they're best used as medicine, but if you're in a tight spot, it's probably best to eat them. Especially if you're dying of hunger. I still suggest against the red and purple. The purple does 20% disease suddenly for the for just eating it. The red does 30, and regardless, you can only eat 5 purple ones or 4 red ones before you start dying. this is pretty much what I look like during the time of me going to the end of that. What is it? I think those are pink ones. Pink ones I'm gonna actually try to save. And I'll eat these if I find another pale or blue one. Those are red. Those are poisonous. Don't eat them. Good news is, it does not affect the map. So I'm actually close to Montague, which is a place I actually want to go. Now I will have to not eat a poisonous berry, otherwise I will have trouble. And I think it's becoming day anyway, so yeah, it's actually about time for me to call it quits on this episode. But yeah, for now, if you like what you're watching, subscribe. If not, oh well. Have a nice day. And I have a bow with no arrows again. But I do have a gun. And plenty of ammo. Ooh, some green. I can't carrot. But yeah, see you next time.